In today's video, have I ever considered taking PEDs? Many bodybuilders at one time or another have thought about taking PEDs, or at least what they would look like if they were to use performance-enhancing substances. Now, I know that may be extremely tempting to do, at least to think about it, and I think a lot of people do one way or another. Have I necessarily thought about what I would look like if I were to take PEDs? Maybe for a half a second, but honestly, I've had no interest in my entire bodybuilding career, and I don't plan on using them ever. Now, that may not necessarily surprise a lot of people who know me more personally, who have been following me for a long time, but for those of you who happen to stumble across this video, I think it's important to listen to from someone who is an established pro natural bodybuilder, someone that's been around a long time, to hear kind of the reasons, why, to consider to stay natural at least. So hear me out. Now, over my bodybuilding career, I've had, some friends who have been natural, who have gone on to use performance-enhancing substances. That is totally fine. That's on them. If they want to do that, by all means, go for it. I'm still going to be their friend, but I just don't necessarily support, the method that they're taking, especially for bodybuilding purposes. Now, for me personally, a lot of you saw in a more recent video that I'm going to be a father soon. Right, so I don't want to be taking any extracurricular substances that's going to shorten my lifespan, because unfortunately I think a lot of bodybuilders get very, very selfish when it comes to their bodybuilding careers. And in my opinion, if you're not going to be someone like Mr. Olympia, if you're not going to get paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in order to actually do bodybuilding, that it's kind of pointless to use performance enhancers, because there's only so many guys in history that are going to be Mr. Olympia, right? So if you're not going to be the absolute tippy top, why risk your life to do this for essentially what's a hobby for the most of us? Now, yes, bodybuilding does pay the bills for me in regards to coaching, but it doesn't, the physical competing of bodybuilding for me doesn't pay anything for me. I compete every 3 years, and I get a little bit of money competing in natural bodybuilding, so there's really no money behind it. And even if you're a top pro, or even if you're a pro IFBB athlete, and you're not necessarily at the tippy top, you're not getting paid all that much. Yes, sure, there's sponsorships and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, for stepping on stage, competing in bodybuilding, you're not going to get all that much money. So in my opinion, it's just not worth, taking performance enhancers. So getting back to the point and why I really never considered to take PEDs was going back to the start of my career. When I first started, I didn't take protein, I didn't take creatine, I didn't take any pre-workouts, I just worked out. And of course, I was a little bit younger. I was like 18, 19 years old when I started. And those newbie gains hit, and I was like, man, I am making some really, really good progress. And I saw good, legitimate progress for a long, long time. And I thought to myself, well, if I'm seeing, this kind of progress that I'm extremely happy with, I'm extremely pleased and proud of, because of all the hard work that I put in, I saw the results, that I won't ever need, to take performance-enhancing drugs. Now, I think a lot of people, might find this surprising, but I've actually never drank alcohol before in my life either. And when people ask me why I don't drink alcohol, why I say kind of jokingly, but half serious, I say, well, I'm already tall, dark, and handsome. Why do I need to drink something that's going to make me feel that way? So I feel like that's kind of the way when I talk about performance enhancers. It's already like, well, I'm already pretty strong. I'm already pretty muscular for my age. Why do I need to take a performance enhancer drug in order to give me a little bit more of a benefit? Now, sure, could I potentially gain more muscle? Absolutely. Because I've seen natural guys, like I said, that are my friends, take performance enhancing drugs. And to be honest, they definitely work. That's what they're designed to do. And I've seen these guys go and gain, easy 20, 30, 40 pounds of muscle in a very, very short amount of time. So I could see how how tempting it can be. But like I said, you know, it's just one of those things personally for me that I don't think is worth it. I've never really put a lot of thought into it. And I know some natural guys out there who are still natural today have thought about potentially using, and they go through this big spiel about why they never use, but it's really not been much of a thought for me personally. There's, you know, a lot of things behind it. I know, you know, first my wife definitely wouldn't support it. For me personally, you know, I think I would have a hard time, you know, making these kind of videos because in the back of my mind, I would always know that, you know, maybe these drugs are a large contributing factor. You know, like I said, when these guys gain literally 30, 40 pounds of muscle from using, you know, that is unnatural, right? They know that it's the substances working. Yeah, they're putting in the work, but those substances are taking them to another level. And of course, you know, they're definitely designed to work. And I understand that, you know, maybe some people get tempted. But if you're out there, if you're natural, if you're considering, you know, potentially jumping on these substances, just hold back, take a sec, and evaluate your life, kind of where you're at and what you're looking to do. And like I said before, you know, in my opinion, only like the Mr. Olympia guys should end up going after like performance enhancing drugs. If you're just your average gym bro, and I think a lot of people are that potentially use, is they're just a gym bro, they want to look big, they want to be big and juicy and ugly. And if that's what they want, you know, once again, they can do it, but it's definitely going to shorten your lifespan. You have to look at the negative side effects. And for me, it's always been a no-brainer. So I hope that you guys don't think I'm here over on my high horse, you know, saying that I've never thought about using performance enhancers. I just wanted you guys to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, you know, because as a upcoming, you know, natural pro, I want people out there to know that, you know, you can be successful in bodybuilding naturally. You can be successful for a business if you're a natural coach. So I want that to be known, and I'm not here to shame people who take steroids or whatever. I'm just letting you guys know my opinion on it, and hopefully that you could use this to help you make an informed decision in the future. So as always, guys, keep dominating every aspect, and I'll see you very soon.